on the fly, but we're getting to our first match already here.
Yeah, and speaking of figuring it out on the fly, I'm waiting. I believe you have access to the same stream queue, but we're waiting on the tags. But as of right now, I'm just going to go ahead and go with what's on the screen. So Darkrai and Junior Sama. I think this might be the top cut. Waiting on that as well. Okay, that is indeed their tags, Junior Sama and Darkrai. So got it right.
Yeah, we got Ness Joker here on FD. I mean, I'm not sure if we saw any of these characters earlier in bracket, but I know this match can be very difficult for Ness. That long disjointed hitbox and Joker can just wall him out for minutes at a time, but it's not stopping Junior Sama right now. In a great position, but again, Joker with that Arsene can always make the reversal.
Dude, and yeah, I mean, Joker pretty much all the time, especially against Ness, like the guns and everything, but forget about all that. Junior Sama really paired with that yo-yo, catching what is probably Joker's worst move, and that's Arsene up B.
Yeah, I mean, that move just leaves you wide open when you snap the ledge. It's really easy to two-frame because it's so telegraphed. And again, that Nest yo-yo, you only have to time it out. It has that nice lingering hitbox to scoop you up, snapping the ledge. So good stuff to Junior Sama taking first stock and, you know, tacking on some pretty healthy amount of percent here.
Yeah, and he's kind of moving because he was really close. I don't know what happened there. If he hit that PK Thunder, that would have actually been pretty bad news for Darkrai. It wouldn't have killed him, but I mean, Junior Sama's already mounting such a lead here, about to lap him officially in another 30% or so. But Arsene is on deck, so you know what that means. Anything could really... Oh, never mind. Scratch that. Maybe I won't be surprised if Junior Sama takes a 2-stock lead, but we'll see what Darkrai can do to mitigate the damage.
Yeah, I mean, Ness with Rage is just a scary character. I mean, in my region, we have a very strong Ness player, Spencer, and I've been killed with that back throw sub 100 many times before, and as I say it, there it goes. Junior Sama with a 2-stock lead here and just keeping the train going, teching on even more percent. Arsene's going to come out and get Darkrai a stock, but yeah, and you got quite the hill to climb if you're Darkrai.
Yeah, not the most fun thing. Joker, though, does have pretty good comeback mechanics, provided he could honestly kill Junior Sama right now.
Yeah, Ness's recovery is very exploitable, going down for the down air. I think he's just dead, yep.
There it is. Yeah, sure enough, right on cue. So evening things up in a matter of about 30 seconds is Darkrai, but Junior Sama, I feel like, doesn't really look all that uncomfortable. He has been controlling the pace of the match for the most part, aside from that little episode there.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just kind of the key to fighting Joker is when Arsene comes out, you just got to realize, you know, stuff's going to happen. Sometimes you might take an unfavorable trade. Sometimes you might take a lot of percent, but you can't just lose sight of the fact that Arsene's going to go away eventually. You can easily pull it back, as we're seeing right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a big part of just staying calm in your situation. But there's that back throw coming out again. That'll do it every single time.
Junior Sama going to go up a game here. I mean, when you're playing around Ness on the ledge, you always got to expect the grab. You can't be, you know, just holding your shield or even holding that Rebel's Guard as we saw right there, because that back throw is such an easy kill option for Ness. And again, it kills so early. We saw that kill Joker sub 100.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. The MVP of that first game, 2 out of the 3 stocks, and you're right. It's absolutely the win condition. Like, if you're Ness and you're not fishing for back throw at, like, you know, that 80-90 range, depending who you're playing, you're doing it wrong. He's got a lot of ways to edge guard you. He's got a lot of things that could kind of give you a headache off stage, but that back throw, just don't let him roll behind you. That's pretty much it. That's what you got to avoid.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'd like to see more from Darkrai in this game, too, if he sticks with the Joker, is using that backer. Those disjoints are the bane of Ness's existence. He has such stubby hitboxes. If you have a large hitbox, you can easily wall him out if he's jumping in with a bunch of aerials at you.
Absolutely.
So abusing disjoints is usually the key to beating Ness. But again, you always just got to be careful with how you're retreating with those aerials as well, because Ness can always scope that out and scoop you up. Yeah,
it's true. He does have the options. Ness has a way of moving around, kind of some of the most unique jumps in the game, really. Just like the kind of how floaty he is and the way his double jump activates, and then you could change up the momentum with PK Magnet, and then he's got the Thunder. So he's a little tricky out there. But as you mentioned, I think if Darkrai just abuses some of Joker's options a little bit more, like the Arsene back airs or even just regular Joker back airs, I think he'd be a lot better off.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even edgeguarding Ness is pretty easy with Joker, as we saw there. He even got the Sour Spotted down there, and that was able to take the stock pretty early. But even without Arsene, Joker has a fun little trick up his sleeve against Ness, where if he Rebels guards the PK Thunder, it gets the half distance because it still hit a character model. So that's one thing a lot of Jokers like to opt for when they see a Ness forced to recover with the PK Thunder too.
Yeah, we'll see what's on deck for game number 2. It does look like we're probably going to see a stage swap. Anytime you see both people hop out of the arena, there's a pretty good chance. So we'll see where we end up. But, all right, FD. So here we go. I feel like FD turns out to be like a big comfort pick for people just because it depends what generation you started playing Smash with. Because if you start playing Smash and Smash 4, you're probably going to FD every week. It's just like... It's that for glory comfort that you get of online.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, also the nice thing too is with FD and Battlefield in this game, you can pick the music track. I noticed we're playing Rivers in the Desert from Persona 5, so Darkrai might have picked, a personal power-up track here to try to get that momentum going. And I mean, music definitely plays a role in the way people play. I personally started using music during quarantine to kind of just get that rhythm going, and it looks like it's working out for Darkrai here.
It does, yeah. I think you're absolutely right. That music that power up is definitely something because we're already off to a much better start if we're Darkrai. Back throw definitely not going to kill that early and from that far away. And as we see the last few moments of Arsene, maybe okay. So smart play by Junior Sama, just holding the yo-yo until Arsene goes away, and that was pretty well played because he could have died in that moment. Instead, turns it around, does take the first blood yet again.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Arsene go right as that yo-yo went out and got off the shield. I mean, great stuff from Junior Sama just winning it out. And now you got the stock lead. You got a Ness with Rage. You got to be very careful if you're Darkrai here. I mean, you don't want to be in the corner because that can always happen. But SD, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. Joker's grappling hook surprised me every day.
Seriously, I did not realize it had that kind of distance. It looked like he was pretty much dead, but he is really struggling to get off this ledge. And I feel like Junior Sama kind of knows everything that Darkrai is going to do right now. And dash attack. Thankfully, I'm sure Darkrai kind of wiping the sweat off of his brow, even if just for a moment, taking that stock after what otherwise looked like certain doom for him.
Yeah, for sure. Now, he's starting to piece some things together. Finding the side B off a little missed tech was actually kind of nice because his damage is constantly ticking up. We already got Junior Sama sitting at 62%, and I mean, even though Arsene's quite a ways away here, regular Joker can still take stocks pretty early. You got some great edge guarding capabilities in your kit.
Oh, yeah. He's still a good character at his base. I just think it's definitely a lot trickier because you get two polar opposite things. Whenever Arsene's out, you totally just spam the options, the options that kill. And a lot of times it works if your spacing is down. But base Joker, you got to be a little bit more clever. Use those guns a lot. Gimp recoveries. It's a little bit of a different pace.
Yeah, for sure. And Junior Sama almost getting the down air out of that PK Fire. I mean, you always got to SDI out to try and get out of that move because that down air is always a threat. You can always convert into a grab. But again, Arsene's back out and Darkrai's back in it here. Got Junior Sama pinned at the ledge at ridiculously high percent and force upbeat. Yeah, that should be a stock. Easy down B counter.
Yeah, that was a really good play because it's kind of like that easy option, but those easy options work. Counters, especially when you're playing against a character like Ness, they're reliable. It's basically a guaranteed kill. So take advantage of that if you have in your moveset.
Yeah, I mean, when you force your opponent to, exhaust all their offstage options and they have to commit to that up with the hitbox, it's so easy to find that counter. But, gonna go through the PK Fire and get caught on the other side with the yo-yo. Junior Sama's gonna take it 2-0 over Darkrai.
Yep, and there's that yo-yo coming out again. I said MVP at Game 1 and showing itself again in Game 2, but that is indeed going to be a 2-0, and I think this is I'm not exactly sure where this is in bracket. I want to say it's probably to qualify for top 32, so we're going to see Junior Sama. Probably could be seeing him again. I know bracket it does start to get tough around these times, but we'll have to see how generous the seeding is because there are some absolute killers at the top end of things, at least for today.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, when you get pots like this, I mean, the killers are bound to come out. We got plenty of strong players in here today, but Junior Sama showing their stuff, taking care of this Joker, which again is kind of an unfavorable matchup for Ness. That disjoint can be very hard for Ness to deal with, along with the offstage play. I mean, Ness is really easy to gimp as Joker, but we saw Junior Sama sometimes going high, mixing up some air dodge timings, and just getting through a lot of those edge guard setups. So good stuff to them. Yeah,
really good Ness play. It is funny, right? Because Ness is... It's hard to even see common characters anymore when you have like 84. Are we at 83 or 84 now? I don't even know anymore, man.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like, so every time I see a character like that I haven't seen in a while, I'm just like, oh, I haven't seen this character in a while. And then I think about it, and I'm like, I guess I don't really. Oh, this game it's well balanced enough. You see a lot of different characters, and when you have 80 of them, some of them seem less common. But my original comment was going to be like, you don't see as many Nesses outside of like the top cut of Nesses, including like best Ness, and really, it's really anyone else really like.